We are excited for the 37th annual Bravo Vail Music Festival coming this summer. Here to tell us more about it, we have Caitlin Murray. She's their executive director, and exciting things happening. We kick off June 20th, go all the way through August 1st. Let's talk about the first group that you're very excited to host.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me back. We are thrilled. This season, we are proud to present the first ever orchestra hailing from Latin America that will be joining us at the Bravo Vail Music Festival. So this is Sinfónica de Minería, based in Mexico City, a phenomenal orchestra. Their music director, Carlos Miguel Prieto, has conducted all over the world. He was actually named Musical America's Conductor of the Year in 2019. Charismatic, phenomenal musician, and I think the level of joy and exuberance that these musicians bring to their music making is something that our audiences are really going to be able to enjoy. They will kick off our season at the Ford Amphitheater, so 3 concerts there, starting with all Beethoven. You know, your classics, exactly what we want to hear at the amphitheater. And then moving into a little more varied programming with some Spanish and Latin American influences. We're going to have Pacho Flores with them, who's probably the greatest living trumpet player in the world, a cuatro player, a flamenco dancer. So there'll be some Latin American influence and just adding to the variety that we can put on the stage and introduce our audiences to.
Yeah. And then after that, of course, we're bringing in Dallas Symphony Orchestra.
Yes, Dallas Symphony returns to Bravo Vail, always a highlight of our season. And we actually have their music director, Fabio Luisi, here conducting 4 of their concerts this year.
Okay.
So he'll do a number of classical programs, starting their residency with Daniil Trifonov, who is just a superstar pianist. We've had him here at the festival before, probably one of the most in-demand performers of his generation. So he'll start off their residency. We have a number of concerts, including a Pops concert with Fabio Luisi, and then, of course, the one and only Jeff Tyzik, and he's doing Songs of Nashville this year. So, like, everything from Dolly Parton to Tim McGraw with the orchestra behind him.
Okay, so that'll be the second one. And then the third group, the Philadelphia Orchestra. So tell us about what they're going to be bringing.
Yes, so this is very, very special. First, something a little unique this year. The Philadelphia Orchestra will actually be the ones performing at the Patriotic Concert.
Oh, yes.
Which is really exciting and kind of a change of pace. Jeff Tyzik will still conduct that, so it'll be the beloved program that people know and love, but a little bit different than what it's been in the past. Then Marin Alsop comes. Marin Alsop was just named the Philadelphia Orchestra's principal guest conductor. Mm-hmm. She's phenomenal, just an incredible woman in classical music. So she'll be with us for 2 performances, and then the return of opera to Bravo Vail's stage.
Okay, this is so exciting. So in the past, we've had Tosca.
Yes.
But now we're bringing
La Bohème, another Puccini opera. So all the drama, the tragedy, the beautiful music. It's going to be incredible. This will be a staged opera in the Ford Amphitheater. So we have all kinds of exciting surprises, I think, for the audience. It is very popular already, and tickets are selling very quickly. We have an all-star cast, right? Yannick Nézet-Séguin, music director at the Metropolitan Orchestra, at the Metropolitan Opera, picked the cast. It's not to be missed.
And we've got 2 nights of this.
2 nights, the 10th and 12th, with a phenomenal July, with a phenomenal concert by the Philadelphia Orchestra on the night in between, so you can kind of take a breather. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, yes. I mean, get your tickets for this in advance. Even if you don't know if you can go, just get them. Just because this is a hot ticket.
Absolutely. And if you don't know if you like opera, or even if you think you don't like opera, I can't tell you how many people came up to us after Tosca in 2019 and said, "I had no idea. I thought I hated opera. I didn't." And subtitles for everything, so we'll understand what's being said and sung. Good. And it's a really special experience getting to see an opera of that caliber right here in our beautiful venue.
Okay. And then what's after that?
The New York Philharmonic, of course.
Of course.
You cannot go wrong. Exactly. And we actually have the honor, a very distinct honor, Jaap van Zweden, their music director, who had been coming to Bravo Vail for many years previously with the Dallas Symphony. He is finishing his tenure this year with the New York Phil. And his absolute final concerts as their music director will be right here in Vail.
Oh, wow.
So it's very
special.
Yes, it's very special. There'll be momentous, incredible programs, and then some really fun stuff too. We have a Broadway evening with the New York Phil, and it's just, as always, that's going to be one of the real highlights of our season.
Okay, yeah. So that's the big picture things. Now we also have your chamber music series.
Of course.
Tell us who's going to be coming for that.
And I always like to remind people, you know, you think of Bravo Vail and you think of the New York Philharmonic at the amphitheater, but we really began as a chamber music festival. And chamber music is so intimate, it's so special. I really encourage people to check it out. We're going to do 2 of those concerts at the Donovan Pavilion and 2 of them at the Valar Center, so you can kind of pick and choose. Daniil Trifonov, who I mentioned earlier, is going to do our first chamber music concert. That's incredible to have the chance to see an artist like that at the Donovan Pavilion. He's going to be with Sergei Babian, who's a world-famous pianist in his own right and happened to be Daniil's teacher. Wow. So those 2 on stage, very powerful. We have a program with Anne-Marie McDermott and Paul Huang, which is absolutely phenomenal. We've got a program with the Dali String Quartet, with the New York Philharmonic String Quartet and the pianist Igor Levit. It's just a phenomenal series through and through, and there's 4 of those throughout our season.
Okay, yep, and once again, Donovan Pavilion for that, and the Valar for that. And then the immersive experiences. This is what I really like, because sometimes this can be, if you're not familiar with music, it can be a little intimidating. This helps you learn about it and really gain an affinity for the composers and where they were at when they were writing their music.
That's such a good description. That's better than I could describe this. So the concept of this series is a deep dive into the work of one composer. And we've kind of played on that theme a little bit over the years. So we did all of Bartók's string quartets. We did one that was kind of dedicated to the love triangle of Brahms and the Schumanns. So this is looking at the last year of Schubert's life. Prolific composer, passed away sadly at the age of 31, and it's been said by many that the last year of his life was perhaps the most important in all of the history of classical music. Just what he was, the output that he created that year. So we're going to dive into that with a host of musicians. We've got vocalists Carter Bray from the New York Philharmonic, members of the Dali Quartet, Anne-Marie. It's going to be phenomenal, and like you said, I think just a way to really kind of immerse yourself and dive deep, and without any boundaries, without feeling any stress about, oh, I don't know enough. You can just really learn and get yourself inside that composer's mind.
Okay. Well, that sounds great, Caitlin. And tickets are on sale now. Go to the website and stay tuned, because you'll have announcements and all sorts of little goodies popping up.
Absolutely. All kinds of free events, education and engagement events that you can check the website, bravovail.org. It's a great place to buy tickets, to donate, and lots more information to be found there.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you so much for your time. I can't wait.
Same.